Welcome once again to the Casper Podcast. We are here with Sander Görtjes, together with Matt Shaffnit from the Casper Association, and we're talking today about killer whales and Hello Labs and the future of media and Web3. You have a really exciting project as the executive producer of Killer Whales. I think our audience, at least, has probably seen a few clips. It's being billed as the Shark Tank for crypto. But in your own words, give us a little bit about who you are. What does it mean to be the executive producer of this show? And tell us about Killer Whales.
So my background story is that I started out as a lighting director for television shows. I did the same for big events, parties with ID&T, and then Q-Dance and Mojo in the Netherlands. Also toured with Shakira and John Bon Jovi in my early years. And after that, I really started deep diving into technology, marketing. And fast forwarding towards that, I got into entrepreneuring. And in 2017, I basically started off with developing software on blockchain. And to be honest, really quickly learned that part of the software development wasn't going that well, but it did get me into Web3. And as of 2021, we started building gamified projects and this television show on the blockchain. Killer Whales, as you already mentioned, is basically the Shark Tank of crypto, with the idea to bring 20 to 25 projects each season to the masses and have people at home be able to watch and learn about Web3 and what these projects are doing.
Yeah, it's a super innovative concept and something that I think is also a natural progression as you're getting into digital media and then Web3 media. And there's not a lot of players in the space that can take what works from the previous industry kind of tool set and now apply that to Web3. And so where do you see like the broader implications of Web3 media and Web3 entertainment and entrepreneurship? What is Killer Whales solving in this space for you?
I think one of the things that we're seeing is that with younger generations, people are getting more accustomed to creating content. And I also think that you will see that the quality of that content is growing, whereas the perception of people is also going down a little bit because there is so much content. And in the end, you don't know what is right, or what is true and what is actual. What we're trying to do with Killer Whales is bring a true story to the people at home watching this show. If you're interested in any type of business television, may that be Shark Tank or Dragon's Den or The Profit, all these programs that a lot of people basically watch because they want to educate themselves about the space or about how to run a business or any type of stuff. That's basically what we're trying to bring with Killer Whales. If you watch the show, for season 1, you will see 22 projects, 22 teams that are basically building in a space that is super innovative, and they're trying to build a product that people can actually start using. And I think the cool thing about media and Web3 is that you have a core audience, people that understand that. This core audience is very enthusiastic and passionate about Web3, so they are willing to spread that word. And I also think that in the future, you will see more and more people, more and more media production companies actually using blockchain technology. Mm-hmm. When we were recording Killer Whales, this was in June 2023. Mm-hmm. And that was amidst a huge strike in Hollywood because people were afraid of the impact of AI and if their royalties were being paid and if that was correct. Already you see the discussions and the use cases that blockchain can solve in that specific industry. Mm-hmm. It's super interesting to see, how we can bring blockchain technology deeper into the entertainment industry.
Amazing. In terms of authenticating the content, where you mentioned, writers worrying about AI, that's a big, use case for blockchain in terms of the creative economy. So that's great to hear.
Yeah. And Sander, what you're really speaking to and what I'm seeing from my perspective is we've been talking a lot about the transition from tech to product within the Web3 space at large. And I'm seeing it in action with the Killer Whales, right? This is where it meets mass normalization. One thing I'm interested to know is looking at your background in digital marketing, how did you get involved? Have you always been involved and now you're just so happens to have intersected with your professional life,
When I started developing this software in 2017, that's also the moment where I basically needed to buy some ETH, and it was agonizingly painful to buy ETH. But I did read the Bitcoin white paper back then, and I was like, this is the future for technology, for how finance gets sorted, how you have distribution, how you can have a ledger of anything that we see in our daily business. So I was really bought into it.
Can you tell us a little bit about the judges and how you chose the judges to be on the show? And then as a follow-up, what you guys are looking for, criteria for the contestants?
Yeah, Joe, excellent question. And to be honest, this is a true story. When we started out, it was a big challenge for us as well. We were a small project. We had CoinMarketCap on our site, which was a big win. And we had a good connection to the Altcoin Daily brothers. And we basically started pitching them this story. They were like, yeah, this is actually interesting. And the reason why we went with the Altcoin Daily brothers is because they have been making so much content, unbiased content also around altcoins, but they've been along for so long and their network is so good. And each and every time we spoke to them, we were like, yeah, these guys are genuine. So we said, okay, let's start working with them. And they were tremendous for us. So they opened up a lot of doors, as you might expect, to other KOLs. And basically what we did is we looked at various types of KOLs and we decided, okay, whatever we're going to do, we need somebody that has experience in the space, potentially has a community and an audience. But we definitely also want to have experts in the field of blockchain. We want to have experts on the exchange end of it. We want to make sure that we have people that are very skilled and knowledgeable in crypto. We want people that have the same classifications in NFTs or metaverses. So depending on the topic of the show, we really search for people that, were really interested. And the funny thing is, whenever we started talking to any of the whales, and we basically told them, hey guys, we're making this show. It's Hollywood type of quality. It has a high production value. It is completely transparent. All these projects are thoroughly vetted and due diligence. Actually, all of them said, this is what space needs. And if you then ask me, what is up for season 2? Well, listening to the feedback of people, sometimes people come with the feedback, yeah, you guys don't really have like VCs or people with a lot of business acumen. So, for example, if you look at somebody like Anthony Scaramucci, he has a wealth of experience and he also has a VC background. And so, we like that profile. On the other end, we also like a profile that Mario Noel brings. There's a little bit of an entertainment with him always. There's always vice versa. We also love the dynamic between Wendy and Ran. I don't know why, but they've been fighting the entire episode, all the episodes they were in, but it makes great content. So there is also a lot of fun. So we really look at the profile, we're looking at the topics of the show, and we're also looking at, okay, how does this person then add value in terms of entertainment and personality?
Yeah, you definitely have the quintessential whale archetype there on your shows from a broad spectrum of characters, and people are looking forward to season 2. How do people watch it now? How do they get involved in season 2, and where are you guys going forward?
The distribution and the way people can watch is basically, we first have a Web3 launch. So you can go to tv.hello.one, where you can basically get onto a Web3 streaming platform. You pay, I guess, like $2 or $3 on the equivalent to watch an episode. You can watch all the 5 episodes there right now. And then after that, as of March 11th, we will be distributing the show through Apple TV, Google Play, and probably when the show airs, a hell of a lot more. We set out to get 500 million reach globally, and we are very, very confident that we're going to reach that, maybe a little bit more.
It's great to hear the feedback. You said that the judges, when you approached them, they all said that this is what the space needs. And I think that is reflected in how your vision for what this can be is now coming to reality.
Yeah, it's a real thing. And I also want to grab back a little bit on what you guys did at NFT Paris, right? I saw the pictures, I saw what you guys were doing. And the beauty of this is Killer Whales is only as strong as the partners that are making it. The show and the quality of it is really built by the partners. What we've seen from the NFT Paris event that you guys done, we've just seen like 5 or 6 projects apply to be on the show. Most of them actually grow in a race within the Casper ecosystem. And these are great projects.
I really appreciate that feedback. There's a lot there to cover, but the easiest way for people to learn a bit more about Hello Labs, Killer Whales, and maybe even apply, where should they go?
They should go to www.hello.one. That's where you find all the information about Hello, Killer Whales, and you can find the apply page as well.
That's 1-O-N-E.
Correct.
Sander, congrats to your team and yourself for seeing the vision of what this space needs and actually executing on that. The builders who are actually doing and building, and that's what we love to feature here on the Casper Podcast. So we couldn't be more happy to be partnering with you guys as a blockchain partner. we're looking forward to seeing all of season 1 and looking forward to season 2 and beyond. So congrats to all the success so far already.
Thank you, guys. And thank you for having me.
Back up before you get put down.